Everyone Goku meets is changed, whether they like it or not. We saw it in Chapter 6 when he saved a village from Oolong, and it continues in Chapter 7 when we meet Yamcha and Puar, a pair of desert bandits seeking to rob our heroes, and the final members of the very first Dragon Team. Goku, the tie that binds the Dragon Team, is able to convert even the most problematic antagonists because he adopts the powerful philosophy of trust. One definition of trust is firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. It is interesting that Goku embodies reliability and truth, and that he possesses fantastic abilities as well as great strength. You might say that Goku is so willing and able to trust others and, as a result, change them, because he has absolute trust in himself. In Chapter 7, Goku, Bulma, and Oolong continue their search for the 6th Dragon Ball, but when Bulma mentions that they're headed to Fry Pan Mountain, Oolong is no longer down for the ride. According to Oolong, Fry Pan Mountain is home to the terrible Ox Demon King. Bulma, who now trusts in Goku's strength, tells Oolong that this Ox Demon King is no match for their monkey-tailed friend. Unconvinced, Oolong transforms into a fish and abandons ship. Rather than capture him through traditional means, Bulma appeals to Oolong's perverted nature and lures him back with her underwear. And Goku threatens to have Oolong for dinner if he pulls that fish trick again. So, Oolong accepts defeat but laments not being able to keep Bulma's underwear. As consolation, she gives him candy instead, and they resume their trip. However, their boat soon runs out of gas, and even more of an inconvenience, Bulma realizes that she's lost her case of capsules, meaning their journey will have to continue on foot. As soon as the opportunity presents itself, Oolong goes back on his word and tries to ditch them again, but painfully finds out that the candy Bulma gave him was actually a voice-activated, explosive, diarrhea-inducing laxative. Goku mentions that he didn't eat any of the candy, telling Oolong, "You should be more like me." The context is ridiculous here, but this is the essence of Goku's influence. His unwavering trust in himself changes people, and Goku's trust in himself is simple. It's the result of him knowing his purpose in life, which is to get stronger. Since he's absolutely clear on that, he is able to act on it, welcoming the people and experiences that lend themselves to his purpose, and trusting that everything works out in the end, even when they don't go as planned. Goethe said, "As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live." Chapter 7 ends with our trio stopping to rest in the desert, but little do they know they've been targeted by Yamcha and Puar. In Chapter 8, we discovered that it's a small world. Oolong and Puar know each other from Shapeshifter School, where Oolong was also a panty-obsessed terror, but Yamcha couldn't care less about the past. He demands that Goku and Oolong hand over their valuables, and the fight begins. Initially, Goku takes the upper hand, overpowering Yamcha with Nyoibo, and the world grows even smaller when we learn that Goku's grandfather wasn't just some guy who taught him how to fight, but a martial artist of great renown named Son Gohan. Realizing his opponent is no ordinary one, Yamcha unleashes a powerful attack on Goku known as the Rogo Fufuken, or the Wolf-Fang Fist. The attack connects, and it looks like Goku's down for the count. So, similar to Bulma with the bear that wanted to eat turtle, Oolong is more than willing to cooperate with Yamcha when he thinks that Goku is outmatched. But Goku isn't hurt, just hungry. He challenges Yamcha again and injures him, but his hunger pangs intensify and he almost succumbs to another one of Yamcha's attacks. However, before Yamcha can attack again, Bulma, who took rest quite literally, wakes up. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And so begins Dragon Ball's first love story. The moment Yamcha lays eyes on Bulma, he's stunned and forced to retreat. It turns out that the big bad desert bandit loses all bravado in the presence of a pretty girl. In Chapter 9, our trio makes camp inside of an RV that Oolong neglected to mention that he had. While they prepare to retire for the evening, Yamcha and Puar plot another attack on them. They sneak up to the RV and listen in as Goku explains the finer details of their quest to Oolong. When Yamcha learns of the Dragon Balls, rather than go on living with this fear of women or confronting it once and for all, he decides to steal the Dragon Balls and simply wish his fear away. Oolong also has theft on his mind. He drugs Goku and Bulma with spiked juice so that he can cop a feel from Bulma. From here, everything goes completely off the rails, culminating in a ridiculous sequence of mistaken identities and deception, and ending with Yamcha accidentally getting another eye full of Bulma and once again retreating in terror. Chapter 10 opens with the rising of the sun and a worn-out Oolong who's been up all night keeping watch. Bulma tears into Oolong for not cleaning her clothes like she told him to, but Goku defends him and tells Bulma that Yamcha and Puar came after them again. Rather than be disturbed by this information, Bulma is thrilled because she's interested in Yamcha and eager to see him again. But it's not meant to be. Yamcha does return, but only to attack them, this time with a bazooka. Bulma is knocked unconscious as a result, and Goku is pissed. Round 2 of his fight with Yamcha commences, and no longer burdened by an empty stomach, Goku attacks him full force and knocks one of his teeth out. Yamcha and Puar retreat yet again and revise their plan. Instead of attacking Goku and the others again and again, Yamcha decides to wait until they gather all of the Dragon Balls to make his next move. Seeing Yamcha run away with his tail tucked between his legs makes Oolong gain respect for Goku very similarly to Bulma. This trend of Goku winning friends and influencing people continues throughout the story. Not wanting to slow that story down, Yamcha returns and gives Goku and Oolong a car, disguising the gesture as an apology. Oolong is quick to call BS, but they send Yamcha and Puar merrily on their way, with Goku telling him, "You gotta trust people." For someone new to human interaction, this is profound for Goku. His innate trust allows him to accept people and things as they are, which is a stark contrast to Bulma's manipulations, Oolong's deceitfulness, and Yamcha's cowardice. Where others lie, scheme, and shy away, Goku keeps things simple by trusting his strong sense of purpose as his guide. Goku said, "You gotta trust people," and maybe that's true, but in order to move through life as freely and successfully as he does, I think there's something even more important. First, you gotta trust yourself.